But I just want to welcome everyone. This is Wellness Confessions with Confessions of a Spa Bunny. This is my third episode of this live. I guess people are calling it a podcast, so I guess it's like a video podcast edition. And my goal for this Wellness Confessions is just to bring real, authentic professionals from the health and wellness industry for us to just have candid conversations about things that either consumers are interested in or even those that are pursuing careers or already within careers within the health and wellness industry, to just get tips, tidbits, information, and just trying to want to share a lot of the knowledge that I get to learn from people as I'm traveling and doing media coverage, and I've met some wonderful people in my journeys, and I want to share you guys with everyone else. Yeah, so the first place I wanted to start is, with going to, whether you're going to trade shows or conferences, if you're, say, spas looking for products, but taking it down to the individual person level for a second, there's so many products. I mean, oh my goodness, the industry for facial skincare products is so saturated. And I mean, you can go into a drugstore and get your skincare products, at a lower price point, or you can be a retail customer at your local spa and get your skincare products. So, as an individual who may have, different skin issues, sitting on different price points that I want to spend on skincare, like how do you filter through like all of those options to try and find the best skincare routine and products for you?
So first of all, I want to say good morning and hello to everyone. Happy Wellness Sunday. And your question is what I get all the time from being in the industry. I've been in the industry for 17 years, and I've seen how much it has grown so much with so many different lines, and now we're segmenting into more clean beauty as far as different ranges and stuff. So it's really about, first of all, being realistic with yourself as far as your price point. And what you're willing to spend, and also realistic about what you're going to be doing in your daily lifestyle as far as regimen and how many products you really, really need. I mean, for some people, it could be two basic things that they need to do, and they actually will be consistent with it because you want to be consistent with your regimen, not just purchasing products just because. Some people range all the way up to like 3 to 5 products that they use daily just based on that skin type and skin condition. And then looking at what your beliefs are as a person in your daily lifestyle. So if you're really into ingredients, and I take people and I say, look at ingredients and making sure, that they work for you as far as what they're going to be doing as far as their marketing claims, and also your skincare concerns. And a lot of times, not to knock any type of drugstore brands and different things, but when you're looking at higher quality products and high performance luxury, they have more custom tailored formulations and active ingredients to see differences in the skin type and skin condition versus putting more things that are a little bit cheaper as far as fillers go into cosmetic formulation to make the product. So most of the times when you have something that's a higher price point, it's because of that cosmetic company, that formulation, it costs higher to receive those quality high raw materials that are going to go into that formulation. So I always like to say, when you're talking about price points, ingredients, where you want to spend the most of your money is your serums and your moisturizers, because those are long lasting. That's what's going to last on your skin. That's where you're going to see differences in that skin type and skin conditions. Face washes are really important as well, because that's the first step of really helping to break down that dirt and debris and environmental pollutions, get them off the skin. And then serums are what's really going to be effective as far as really being the things that are going to be the highest price point because of the concentration of actives, and your cream. So that's like the price point marker and different things. And then there's so many different things. I always say Google University can tell you everything when it comes to different ingredients and different things. So if you're not sure about an ingredient, just be very educational when it comes to quality of what you're purchasing, because you're in control of your food and your consumer products, because you have the purchasing power. So I always say, if you're not sure, if you're looking at a back of a product packaging and you see a list that's this long, make sure you understand what you're actually putting on your skin and just being knowledgeable with that. So there's so many different websites like the Environmental Working Group. If you Google Environmental Working Group, cosmetic database. You can enter any type of ingredient into their database, and you'll tell you what exactly it is, if it's safe for you, and all that good stuff, okay?
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So would you recommend that individuals just go do their research before going to the store or before going to a retail location, say a luxury spa retail location, to really learn more about their skin, or should they see an esthetician first to get like a general idea of skin type and the best types of products that they should use? So if you're like just looking at a novice coming in saying, you know, nothing's working that's in my medicine cabinet right now. I don't want to just keep going out spending money, you know, buying products that I really don't know which ones are right for me. What advice would you give to individuals that are really looking for that solid, this works for me skincare routine?
I would highly suggest consulting with a skincare professional and an esthetician, because we're the ones with the background. We've been to school, we're licensed, we're knowledge as far as ingredients, skin types, skin conditions, and most people surprisingly don't know their skin type. So they're using the wrong cleansers and moisturizers, so they don't know. So that's something where that is the first step, that you have to understand your skin type, and then also taking it from there of what you'll be using realistically in your skincare regimen. So if you're someone who's used a bar and soap and you're new to skincare, someone's not going to sell you onto 5 products to use that first time, because we want to get you introduced to a nice solid regimen of cleansing, toning, moisturizing, always using your SPF through the day. And that's another thing. So after you get that information, you can always call a spa, or you can always inquire in Google and research as far as what skincare brands that the spa is using. Or if you're going into a drugstore or cosmetic store, you can also just look like on your phone as far as like information as far as the different brands as well.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and I found just even talking to people sometimes, you know, because a lot of the brands have you know, different products for different skin types, but it's just a matter of, okay, where do I want to start? So, you know, a lot of times I'll just share and say, hey, I just started using, you know, XYZ brand, and it's really helping my skin with, you know, hyperpigmentation, or it's really helping my skin with dehydration. So I think sometimes after you've had that consult with your esthetician, to learn your skin type, learn which, you know, how many products you really need to use, sometimes just word of mouth and seeing what other people are using as far as brands go can help kind of narrow down, you know, that whole big, like that big store option when you run into all these different brands.
Because it's very intimidating, and sometimes people just give up and they're like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and use my bar and soap like I've normally been doing, wash my face in the shower, and I'm okay. So it's very intimidating. So I always say consult a professional if you're not sure. And it's not like we're trying to sell you on stuff. We're trying to help make your skin better and make you feel good about yourself.
So once someone like knows their skin type, and then, you know, but different people have different issues like acne, maybe, you know, a lot of acne issues, or hyperpigmentation issues, and then you have like the category of people that they're very sensitive as well to different products. Are there certain basics that they should look for just based off of the type of skin issues they have? So outside of the skin type, if you're dealing with a particular type of issue, are certain, like, is a serum better to treat a different issue versus, you know, having just a good solid cleansing regimen if you're dealing with different issues? So just wanted to dive a little bit into just like skin issues and, you know, what people should consider or seek out, you know, additional information on, and even, you know, how do you know when your skin issue is more fitted for a dermatologist to start with versus, say, an esthetician?
Those are all good questions. And so with that being said, skin type, of course, you need to find out your skin type. But most of the time in professional treatments, estheticians are treating and addressing the skin condition as well. So people who are focused, the most common ones that we see as far as skin conditions include dehydration, redness, rosacea, sensitivity, also pigmentation, breakout concerns. And so if you have those issues, customization based on that product, that skin condition is what we'll do, but also what we'll recommend at home. So people with anti-aging and aging concerns and sun damage concerns, we always want to focus on things as far as powerful antioxidants and vitamin C's and vitamin A's to help boost that cell turnover and help to boost the collagen and elasticity in the skin. So things as far as doing daily exfoliation a couple times out the week, as far as, exfoliation a couple times out the week, making sure you're doing that. But people who are focused on targeted anti-aging concerns, we really target them into serums that'll have more peptide technology, stem cell technology, because those are things that are going to be more actives to see differences with fine lines and wrinkles and treating age spots and all that stuff. And moisturizers. Moisturizers are such a key with any type of skin condition that you're dealing with, and making sure that it's focused on a skin condition. So whether it's moisturizers to focus on anti-aging, or you have like an oil or oil-free or like a gel-based moisturizer for oily acne skin. Things that are going to be more of a moisturizing balms, which are kind of like occlusive ointments for people who have rosacea or redness as far as type of skin. Those are things that you will want to look for. People with like more acne, breakout concerns. I always tell people with acne and breakout concerns, I'm a certified acne expert, by the way, and I always tell people you want to treat and address the inflammation associated with the acne first, and then help to kill the acne-causing bacteria. So botanical extracts that are really soothing and calming to the skin, and then focusing on things like salicylic acid, mandelic acids, certain things that are going to help with the actual acne. And the pigmentation is just something that they need to be more focused on. And people with more redness and rosacea type of skin, anything that's as far as like botanical and plant extracts for soothing and calming, and also protecting and restoring the skin barrier. Because a lot of times when people have redness and sensitive skin, their barrier, as far as like the protective film that we have naturally on our skin, becomes compromised. And that's where environmental aggressors or just regular water can be irritating to them. So you want to find like more like an ointment or a balm or something that's more occlusive with botanical oils and ceramides and like alpha lipoic acid and different things to help with sealing and healing and nourishing the skin. People with dryness and dehydration, most skins, I would say 90% of people are dehydrated. So not only do we see as estheticians the skin type and skincare concern, whether it's like acne breakouts, but among the acne breakouts or aging concerns, people focus on dehydration is like that secondary one as well. So we're always treating dehydration in skin. So I always tell people to look for hyaluronic acid, ceramides, good botanical oils to help with the water and oil balance of your skin, definitely to help restore the skin's natural moisture balance. So those are type of things.
So what are some, and I want to bring up like dehydration, because for one, we're in the summer months, you know, it's hot outside, you're running around. And I mean, even in wintertime, which I don't think a lot of people understand, your skin could be dehydrated too, just from seasonal changes, right? So, you know, how do you know, are there, because I know like sometimes I'll just start looking flat or like just feeling dull, but you know, how do you know when you're dehydrated? I saw something on like TikTok, and you know, you don't know what's real or not, you know, on those things, but they were like, oh, if you like raise your finger skin up and it stays up, if it stays up and doesn't fall back down, then you're dehydrated. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know, I'm just wondering, like, how do you really know when it's like, okay, I'm not doing something right with my skin here? It's dehydrated, and what the next question would be, then what steps should I start taking to bring that hydration back?
I know it is something that some people get so frustrated. Like I have clients who come to me, it's like, I drink almost like a gallon of water a day, and how are you going to say my skin is dehydrated? But it's natural. With cells, our cell membrane is like this. It's like a nice solid circle, especially like when we're born. It's just beautiful. It holds everything in place. It does what it needs to do. That's why we love babies and baby soft, because they, oh, you have baby soft skin. But as we get older, just natural life, diet, lifestyle, environmental, or just pollutants and nanoparticles in our environment break down the cells. And so we're always in that repair mode. And as we get older, our ability to help repair our skin, and also just the nice solid circle cell membrane we have, has its ability to lose its ability to kind of hold water in. So
Okay.
even if you could be drinking water all the time, whatever kind of water that may be, you still may be a little bit dehydrated because your skin can't hold that water like it used to. So
Okay.
that's where the topical stuff comes into play. Still drink your water, everyone. I'm telling you, still drink your water internally, but topically help with that and aid that as a helper with ingredients such as ceramides and hyaluronic acid and things that actually mimic the actual structure of our cell membrane and helping to hold and lock and seal that in. So that's the type of thing that I always kind of like recommend for people. And like as far as the test that you did was exactly correct. Like if you do like
Okay.
the pinching, and I'm nice and hydrated because it's like pumping, it's coming back down. But if you do a test and you feel like after about 10 seconds, your skin still looks like it's up and raised, most of the time that you are a little dehydrated. Estheticians and a facial, when we do the actual skin analysis step, and that's where we go in and kind of customize like what products next. So we're going to do a peel on a person or a mask on a person. We really take a look under the bright light to see what's going on. We actually do a dehydration test along the chin. Like if you kind of raise it, we do it like we go into the skin just a little bit. We raise it up, and if you see like fine lines in here, that's signs that you're dehydrated. Or I like to do the two finger as well, and you can kind of just pinch, and you can see if you see little
Okay.
tiny little fine lines, most likely that you are dehydrated. But I say a lot of people, most skins are dehydrated, and that's where those topicals, like that's how I always say, still drink your water, but add those topical ingredients that we mentioned earlier to help lock and seal everything in. And that's
Okay.
where you'll see the glow. Like a lot of times when you talk about aging concerns and fine lines and wrinkles, I just put a hyaluronic acid serum on an anti-aging client and the skin looks plump because you want to soften that demarcated area, which is a wrinkle. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where the hydrators come in. And then the anti-aging ingredients like your peptides and stem cells and different things that people are using in cosmetics, that's where it comes in and actually treats the structure of the collagen and elasticity, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then I
Mm-hmm.
know since we're talking about like topicals and versus internals and drinking your water, are there other things people, I know they say you are what you eat. So I know like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if people eat too much chocolate, they may have breakouts or, sometimes food triggers different reactions in your skin.
Mm-hmm.
But are there outside of water and I know a lot of skincare companies now have come out with like antioxidant or skin like skin vitamins per se.
Mm-hmm.
What vitamins are good just from a daily general perspective for your skin?
So first of all, let's do a claimer that I'm not a nutritionist. No one's a nutritionist, but these are just things over the years what we found and what I personally have found over 17 years dealing with clients of what works with skin, because people fail to realize that skin is the largest organ and you are feeding your skin when you're eating. So you don't, just because you don't realize it because you're ingesting, you're not thinking about the topical, but it's still an organ that you need to feed. So we've always been a big believer in the industry of alkaline diets. Like if you Google body alkalinity and like
Okay.
foods that are alkaline, internally our body is alkaline. So you want to keep that alkaline consistency as far as pH because you want to get your cells, you want to keep your organs good and functioning healthy. Same thing with the skin. So most of the alkaline things as far as like probiotics, also green leaf vegetables and different things. If you Google it, you'll see that what things that are going to be more of like the anti-inflammatory type of diet, because when your body internally is more acidic and inflamed with different types of foods, I'm not going to name the ones because people are like, are you going to be serious? I can't eat
Right.
that. Not saying
Right.
that you can't eat it, but I mean, just think about that pizza. I'm just saying. But, and that white flour. But there's just certain things that naturally will make our bodies more acidic and more inflamed, which leads to and can increase the skin conditions that people feel topically, especially if you suffer with inflammatory skin disorders like eczema and dermatitis, or you feel like your skin looks dull, devitalized, and cellular aging really well. We all know that glucose and sugar breaks down our skin cells. So that's why sometimes when diabetics have their sugar as far as activated, as far as diabetics, and they're having like sugar and diabetic reactions to their condition, they may look a little older because it does break down our skin cells.
Wow.
So
Okay.
there's certain things where, like I said, we're not nutritionists, but if you
Right.
Google things like, alkaline diet or, high water content fruits, I'm always about believing in high water content fruits. And believe it or not, watermelon is one of the highest. And we're in the summer month right now, so I'm
Okay.
just like, eat some watermelon to get hydrated. So watermelon is
Nice.
such an amazing high water content fruit. Celery is really high in water content as well. So
Yep.
those type of things really help with feeding your skin internally and then also topically. I'm a huge believer in astaxanthin. I've actually been incorporating foods with astaxanthin for about 6 years now, and
Okay.
I'm a spa educator with a wonderful, amazing brand that uses astaxanthin, and that's where I was introduced to it. And astaxanthin is a high potent antioxidant, more powerful than vitamin C and vitamin E and coenzyme Q10 against the aging process. And topically, it's just amazing to help with fighting free radical damage and improving the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So
Awesome.
I'm a huge believer in astaxanthin. Topically, you can find it in certain skincare companies are using it in formulation because it's such an amazing antioxidant. But internally, like if you love like shellfish, shellfish has astaxanthin, salmon has astaxanthin in it,
Okay.
and it's just really something as far as an amazing internal and topical antioxidant to help with fine lines and wrinkles.
Awesome. Awesome. So I want to get to one of the cool topics is to talk about some of these trends that we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's so many different like neat things I see. I see a lot on your page. That's why I wanted to share some of the things that you are using. Some of them like, okay, I don't know if this looks like something I want to get, but it's popular now, and some things I just don't know as much about, and I wanted to share about. So one of them, is like the dermaplaning.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, okay, wait a minute, this person has like a scalpel and they're like scraping my face. Like what is it? How does it work? Is it for everybody? Should you try it at home? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because you make it look so easy, like, but I remember one time trying to like use the thing that the pedicure folks use when they're like scrubbing your feet. And I tried to do that myself. I about scraped half my heel off, trying to do it myself in the shower. So tell me a little bit about dermaplaning.
All right, so I'll tell you a little bit, but first disclaimer too, I actually personally know the dermaplane trainer, so I am not a dermaplane trainer. First of all, I was trained and certified with dermaplane and been using it a little over a year now
Okay.
with my clients, and I absolutely love it. It is a
Okay.
scalpel tool. The blade is a little bit not as sharp as a surgical tool, but it's in the same lines of that, where we're actually lifting off about 5 layers of dead skin cells and vellus hair. So it's a really alternative to different peels and stuff that you can do to get that exfoliation, lift off those dead skin cells. So you actually can go in as an esthetician and actually penetrate good serums and moisturizers and masks in your regimen so people can see differences after the facial. And so it's something that you have to be qualified and highly trained on. They have an amazing training as far as program to get you going with that, and just teaching you different ways of how to anchor the skin, the angle that you need as far as going in, so you don't risk, cutting the person with it. So it's something where you have to make sure wherever you are, as far as like getting your facials and you have it on a menu, something like that, making sure that they're trained as
Okay.
far as using that tool on you. Also with that, it's really amazing is the fact that, you see such an amazing result afterwards. Like people who are not sensitive are good candidates. Like if you have
Okay.
redness or rosacea, you're not a candidate. If you currently have active pustules, acne concerns, you're not a good candidate for it. So you want to make sure that your skin has some level of, clear slate. Most people who do dermaplaning have like pigmentation concerns, fine lines and wrinkles, dull, devitalized complexion, who really want to even out that skin tone and
Okay.
complexion. And that's where you can go in with a dermaplaning protocol with using the scalpel, but also afterwards you can use beautiful enzymes, or you can use a peel on the person, and it just makes it penetrate a little deeper for that boost that cell turnover and to address that skin type and that skin condition.
Okay.
So it's amazing. It's amazing. So there are different things, of course, you tell people to do before and then also after,
Okay.
and just the results and just the feedback and just the proof is in the pudding as far as like with that. I mean, if you check out my Instagram, I just recently posted just the other day, I think it was Friday,
Yep.
like the Dermaplaning as far as like one of my clients and using that for more anti-aging focus on them and sun damage. And you can see afterwards, I put a stem cell mask on them and like amazing vitamin C.
Wow.
And the difference is just in that one treatment were really wonderful on her skin.
Amazing. Now let's talk about some of these masks. So I've seen some really cool masks. I actually, the last time I had a facial with you because I was really interested in using one of the jelly masks because they just look really cool. It's like this jelly on your face, but it looks like it has different, I don't know, maybe plant properties or, things in it. And so it looks really cool, but, we don't want things to just look cool. We want them to actually be giving us some sort of benefit. So tell me about these hydro jelly masks.
Yes, so like again, like I said, I'm not a hydro jelly trainer, but I definitely use them as an esthetician. But the hydro jellies are really nice because what they do is create more of an occlusive barrier, which is I would say like a mask basically on the skin, so we can penetrate things into the skin just a little bit deeper. They mostly are eco-friendly and plant-based as far as the rubberizing material that you use, and they're really based on the skin type and just amazingly the skin condition that's going on in the skin. So the estheticians will customize as far as the jelly mask powder just based on that skin condition of the client, and they have amazing antioxidants in there, plant extract, tea extracts, just really vitamin C, peptides, just really depending on as far as the skin and what you're trying to achieve in there. But they're really nice because they're naturally cooling because they are most of the time made out of plant and algae extract because of the rubberize. There's a natural cooling sensation to it. So that's why people think, they're like, oh, what is this on my skin? It creates such a beautiful sensorial experience for us estheticians to use in treatment because people are feeling like the cooling. They're feeling the tingling sensation. And it just, because when people feel that, they feel like they're doing something for their skin. Something's going on for my skin. So they're really nice, very easy to use, and we love it because of the variety. And so it's something where if you have repeat clients, you can use them and they can never get bored. Estheticians can never get bored with them. I can never get bored with them because there's so many different varieties that we have that we can use in our treatments just to really customize it based on that client's needs.
Okay, nice. And then you talked a little bit about how people are looking for more touch, because we've sort of been isolated and, during COVID, a lot of, the spa and wellness industry kind of came to a halt, just from safety and health concerns. But, I used to just be huge on massage, I want a massage. I want touch, and I never thought until, now I know better now. But as far as getting a facial and the level of massage that can come into play with a facial, and just also different techniques that provide different benefits when you spend more time with massage on the face in addition to whatever you're treating, from a skincare perspective with products. Can you tell me about, I know you use a lot of, more massage than some other therapists that I've been to for facial massage. I love it because it adds that extra piece of relaxation where you do almost feel like you've had a massage that day. It's just your face had it, right? So what are the benefits of that besides the relaxation? And then I know you have tools that you use, so can you just explain a little bit about incorporating massage into facials?
Yes, so it is such an essential aspect of a facial. Like you said, for me, like I take the massage portion, like all the steps really important, but definitely the massage portion, because massage has the benefits of calming our nervous system down and really helping to open up what we call fascia in our body. So even just that touch on the face, you can relax the nervous system. You can relax the entire body with just the art of touch and just loosening up fascia, which is kind of like the interconnecting tissue that we have that holds our structures in. Sometimes they can get a little tight and feel tight, but you can create that overall aura of and just calmness with just the art of touch and just with massage. With massage, there's so many different modalities of massage, whether it's a pressure point, lymphatic drainage, more of a stimulating, more of a calming one, just depending on focusing on that client and really listening to the client as far as like an intake and what they need. And also just with you as an esthetician of what you feel like the benefits may be with different types of technique of manipulating the muscle tissue, because that's exactly what you want to do with massage. And sometimes with estheticians, we fail to realize is that we are working on muscle of the face. And so with working on muscle of the face and manipulating that tissue is where you can really see differences as far as like how the lymphatic flow and how the circulation and just how the skin is going to look after the treatment. I am still old school. Hands are the best massage tools, but I have to admit that I have been using some new things such as like the Gua Sha tool. I have Himalayan stones as well. Jade rollers, I don't use the jade roller as much, but I do have that one. So there are different tools of massage and different things that people are using now just to aid a little bit more in the relaxation and also, like I said, manipulating that muscle tissue just to really help train that skin and also just help improving the lymphatic flow and just the whole circulation of the client.
So you mentioned the Gua Sha in the beginning, and I know I actually bought a kit. I try to watch your videos and other videos to learn how to properly use it. But can you tell us a little more about that? Because I think that may be like a great tool people can use, and something that they can do at home.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been meaning for the longest time, but time gets away from you and just busy. I wanted to do a DIY because I see so many videos right now, people using Gua Sha and they're using it the wrong way. Just like you really want to anchor the skin, create that anchor so you can have that drag and pull along the muscle. If not, you're just pulling skin. You're not really doing that much. But I have one right here, which is really nice. But there's so many different ones that you can get as far as like the Gua Sha tools, and just it's been around for years in like the Eastern cultures. We're just now learning about like the benefits of it, and it's really nice because not only does it help to improve lymphatic flow, because our lymph has no way of moving unless we move it. So it's really nice to help improve lymphatic flow, get the circulation. I always recommend to use a light facial oil and really look at the light facial oil as far as really good botanical oils and things that are going to help with restoring the skin's natural moisture balance and different things. And so you'll put a light oil on just because you want a little drag and kind of like a little pull when you go in and do the tool, and always angling at a 45-degree angle. So usually this side is more for like the larger areas of the face, whether you want to go in as far as like the side of the cheek, or you want to do like a little scraping, like a little lifting motion, you could do that as well. I like to use this as well for on the neck on myself and also with clients. And this little tip, I always suggest to kind of like open up as far as the neck goes, because most of our drainage, most of our lymph nodes are found, obviously in our neck. This kind of opens up the body and opens up the neck a little more before going in and doing your full face and neck Gua Sha. So this is kind of an opening where your lymph nodes are. You kind of open it up and kind of get that flow going so you can go in and start with the Gua Sha. I recommend starting with the neck first and just creating an anchor and just like going downwards. Okay. So you can go and do downward motion and then creating an anchor, going on a 45 and kind of working it into the skin once you have like a nice little oil. And there's different techniques and stuff that you can use. This one is usually popular, this little edge around the eye area. I like to go in and go from the inner orbital bone all the way out on clients and just going down for lymphatic drainage. It really helps with pigmentation underneath the eye area. That tired eye look that all of us have right now.
Yep, I got it right now.
I have a little bit right now. You just go in and do that. I like to do this little area to these two for like the lifting around the orbital bone and also with the forehead. So there's always different ways that you can use as far as this tool. Some people love it because they say, I use it, it makes my face start looking thinner. So people have noticed that it helps to move kind of like fat. Like I've seen people who are like going like this. It's like, well, look at that chisel cheek. Give me that cheek and that chin, please. So there's different ways of using it. So it's really nice.
Well, we will very much look forward to that tutorial when you put it out.
I will soon.
Yeah, so let me see. I think so are there any other, I know we talked about, massage, some of the tools you're using there. We talked about some of the types of masks that are hot right now. We talked about dermaplaning. Any other hot trends or things that you want to share with that we've been hearing about that people may want to know a little bit more about, or you want to educate them a little more about?
One of the big things is now is like enzymes and gomages are coming back. So as far as exfoliation goes, so there's different types of exfoliation. Everyone knows about like traditional scrubs that we use, and then also peels. But gomages are something that's actually more of like a clay-based exfoliation that's left on the skin, and estheticians are able to do kind of like more like a lifting and rolling to get the dead skin cells off. It's really nice. And then also enzyme masks, where there's a hydrating mask. I use a hydrating enzyme mask, or you see now the ones with the pretty fluffy like enzymes, and people are painting the beautiful faces on social media. Those are making a good comeback as well because they're more gentler options for people.
Okay.
Right now with everyone, as I said, like we're back to getting into some type of normal life, and people may feel like they're more stressed out, have anxiety, and people don't realize how much that plays into your nervous system, which has to play with your skin and being more sensitive. So I believe that's why a lot of those gomages and enzymes versus like the hardcore, let me peel your skin and you're going to peel for like 3 or 4 days, or still there, but people are looking for more alternatives because people, especially estheticians, are looking for more alternatives because we're seeing so much people with hypersensitive and sensitized skin than ever before. And also it's because we've been wearing masks. And those masks have been making, just with the materials that those masks are made out of, are, it's like an abrasion, basically. We're bruising our skin and kind of rubbing our skin with the mask daily. So that's something where we're being more hypersensitive with, our skin. So we're looking for more alternatives as far as more gentler yet effective exfoliation out there. And then there are also so many other different machines out there, where there's ultrasounds. There's new like a 5-in-1, which is nice, but like where you could do like your oxygen, your LED all in one. There's so many different machine modalities out there that are, a good tools and good trends out there as well. But nothing beats the good old-fashioned hands of an esthetician and good quality ingredients to see differences in the skin type. Because machines are great, you can use it in that 60 to 80-minute service, but then it's your daily lifestyle of what you're doing at your skincare. So I'm like, your at-home skincare routine is the number one where you want to see differences in that skin type.
Yeah, I've actually even seen, I think, like the LED masks that people can buy and buy for home use, and they're like, you almost look robotic, and you put the LED. What are the benefits for the LED light mask? Because I know you see those a lot as well.
I'm obsessed with LED. I love LED. I've been doing so many LED services right now for the acne because people have been having acne. Having like right here, like you can see a lot of the active acne on people's skin. So LED is light emitting diodes, and there are different types of lights that we use. It's not the same as going outside in the UV light. No, we're not damaging your skin. This is a different type of light that actually helps to repair the skin and the skin cells. So there's different type of lights, where there's like the red ones for more anti-aging and calming and diminishing the appearance of the dilated capillaries. It helps to constrict the capillary wall, so it helps to diminish redness. Blue light, I use a lot of that with my acne clients to help kill the acne-causing bacteria on the skin, and it has such a healing property to it. So it's just like an added boosted step. For my more anti-aging clients, I use a peptide serum, more stem cell hyaluronic acid serum before going in with the LED, just to penetrate the benefits of the serum deeper into the skin with the LED light. So there's so many different ways to use the LED. There's also a green light one that's as well for more sensitive skin as well. So there's different type of light therapies that we use in facials for our clients.
Amazing. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to join us today and share, you have a wealth of knowledge, and I love your disclaimers, as well, because again, this is just advice from a trained esthetician, but always check with, if you're having major skin issues, always check with your healthcare provider, a dermatologist. Don't try things at home that you're not really sure, because you can cause more damage to your skin when than you think, because you've looked at something on a TikTok or YouTube, and those are great resources for research, but sometimes, like you said, people are showing you steps on how to do things that aren't necessarily the correct way to do it. So just make sure you are doing your proper research, but make sure you're getting in contact with a professional, licensed skincare professional, before you start like venturing off into the more evasive or treatments that you may think you can do yourself. We're not promoting that at all on this talk.
Yes, I agree that you made that statement. Like, the influencers and the TikTokers are great, but if the background is not in some type of education as far as like skincare, dermatology, consult an actual esthetician or dermatologist.
Yes, absolutely. Now, for people, we're both located in the DMV area, Maryland, DC, Virginia, for those that don't know, because I know some people are like, y'all at the Department of Motor Vehicles? For people that aren't from the area, but we use the DMV as our short abbreviation for DC, Maryland, or Virginia. How can they find you if someone wants to come out and see your wellness boutique, get a consultation and a skincare treatment? Tell us how we can find you.
Yes, absolutely. So follow me on my Instagram, and on my link it says shop and book. And so I do have a spa and wellness boutique in Maryland, and I'm actually looking at a different, a newer location. So stay tuned for that. Follow me this fall. It will be like a nice announcement on that. But I also take virtually. I have had clients overseas. So
nice.
I actually do take virtual clients and virtual consultations, because just like we're talking, I definitely can consult and talk to people about their skin, because I know so much about ingredients and products and different lifestyles to really help get them on a regimen and being consistent with being their personal kind of skincare concierge, like assistant, and just helping to work with them. So just because you're, overseas or across the country does not mean that I cannot have you as my wonderful client to help you with your skincare journey and just with your wellness journey.
Awesome. So anybody out there, we got a few minutes, like 2-3 minutes left here. If you have any questions for Kimberly, I'm so happy Kimberly was able to join us. Every time I see your videos, or just see what you're doing in the industry, I've seen you training on, the skincare brand that you work with, different spas, training their estheticians. So I'm super proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I'm always glad to see you doing things, branching out. Excited about your new business, your spa and your boutique, and I'm excited to see the new announcements and that expansion.
Yes, I am. And so I'm just so grateful and thankful just for the industry, just the new clients that I have, and just the people in this industry, my spa people. They have just been a wonderful community. My Instagrams have been a wonderful community. I've grown authentically with my Instagram, which is really beautiful. It stemmed from COVID. Even my spa and wellness boutique stemmed from COVID, because people were recommending, reaching out to me directly about, skincare, and if I'm doing facials. So those type of things. So we do have a question popping in about mature skin over 48 and what is the skincare regimen? Things you should have. Things that you definitely should have, focusing on, I always say the acronym ACE, ACE, vitamin A, which is like your retinol, vitamin C, and vitamin E. Like, those are going to be like your staple 3 ingredients, so you can see differences. So vitamin E usually comes in like an anti-aging serum, like a retinol, like at night, that you can use. And then for daytime, like an antioxidant boost and protection, like vitamin C. Vitamin C and E work so beautifully well together to helping to address pigmentation, fines, and wrinkles, and sun damage. So that's like your daytime, like your vitamin C serum for the day, and then more of your retinols and peptide serums for that nighttime. If you're over 40 and 50, you have to be using a serum and an eye cream and a moisturizer. Like, those are like 3 staples: eye care, good face cream and serum are going to be like your staples that you have to be consistent in using morning and night. Usually over 40 to 50 years old, you're using about 4 products maybe a day, at least minimum. And that comes with your cleanser. Some people use this toner, your serums, your face moisturizer, and your eye and lip care and sunscreen. So that's 6 actually.
Now, is that the order? Because I know sometimes there's confusion in which order you should be applying it. You know, if you got like 7 products laid out from cleansers, exfoliators, serums, eye creams, you know, what is that correct order if you can go through that one more time?
Right. So the correct order is you want to cleanse first, because think about cleansing and washing your hands. You want to remove the dirt, debris, environmental pollution. Tone is the second step of cleanser. That's like the cleanser's BFF to help with as far as like removing any excess dirt, debris, helping restore the skin's natural moisture balance. And then you want to follow with your serums. Serums are going to be, you always want to think of products as your lightest weight product to your richest. So usually serums are going to be like more of a water-based or something that's more lighter and silicone based. It's going to be lighter weight. And then you apply your moisturizer over top the serum, and also like your eye care and your sunscreen. Sunscreen in the morning is always the last thing because you're going to be protecting that skin.
Okay, so the eye cream goes on last, or the sunscreen goes on last?
I should put the eye cream on before the face cream.
Okay. Okay.
And don't forget the lips. People fail to realize that your eyes and lips are the thinnest skin area. It does not have any oil glands, so it's going to be the first area where you see dryness and actual aging. So eye and lip care is so essential. If you're not using it, please use a lip balm. Please use an eye cream for those areas.
Okay. Sounds great. Someone said very thin. Well, thanks, everyone. If there aren't any more questions, if there are, you can always message me and I'll get them to Kimberly, and we'll get the answers for you. Some of the websites and resources that Kimberly mentioned, I'll get those from her, such as the site that you can go to look up for, you know, just skincare ingredients when you're doing your due diligence and your research, and then looking up information on like alkaline diets, so that you have just some resources that you can start looking into yourself to help you have and redefine your skincare glow. So
yes, and thank you so much for having me. I hope this is not the last time you'll have me. Maybe we'll do a different topic, because this was so much fun.
I'm glad. I'm so glad you
love just sharing my knowledge with anyone, because the more people know, the more that they'll be different, and maybe the world may be a little bit different.
Yes, absolutely. And maybe next time we'll do the live from the Wellness Boutique.
Yes.
That would be fun.
Sounds great. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.